is Robert. Oh, good steal. Okay.
Here comes White. Took it away from the rookie Hawkins.
Drilled. Deep right center field. Way back.
The coffin on this one for the Buckeyes. Woo! Gotta get much tighter contest on that type of range.
He certainly did. Little bouncer on the hit there.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to another edition of the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast. As one of my favorite co-hosts, Brandon, would say, we back like a shark attack, back when we got no clothes on our back like we left something. And for a better world, the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast is here for another episode. Today is May 4th. In other words, May the 4th be with you if you're into Star Wars. But either way, another good week in the sports world. Caitlin Clark in the WNBA, she made her debut yesterday in the preseason, dropping 21 5 threes, acting a fool, doing what she's been doing, picked up where she left off. Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso in the sky also, played yesterday as well. And we're a week removed from the NFL draft, and boy, I can't wait to OTAs and the training camp for that. But we are in the midst of the NBA playoffs where we have seen some shockers. We have seen, it feels like, passing the torch, and we'll talk about all of that. But introducing our guest for the second straight week in a row.
Yo.
Jake, Jock, how you doing, bro?
Man, I'm blessed, man. Hey, good morning to everybody. You know what's up when we rolling up, man. Welcome to the show, man. Welcome to the show.
Absolutely. Basketball, NBA, it is, on the forefront these days. Before we even get into the playoffs, there was some news out of Los Angeles, always some news when it comes to Laker Nation. Laker Nation, end up firing Darvin Ham. I definitely had some thoughts about that, but I'm going to definitely let you go first. What are your thoughts on this, and what should they do going forward?
Man, listen. My thoughts on the Lakers firing Darvin Ham, it was I think anybody could see it come personally. And my personal thought on it, it's always a revolving door, especially when the real head coach is LeBron. And if you don't do right by LeBron, you got to go. I mean, that's been an MO since, I'm going to say Cleveland. I ain't going to say Miami. I'm going to say Cleveland because I feel like he had a real vice grip in that front office when he went back to Cleveland. But it was expected. Darvin Ham is out. I heard rumors that JJ Redick might be the new head coach. That's the rumors that's going on. And the other rumor is that he's trying to recruit KD and Steph for one last powwow to chase for a ring. That's the rumor. I ain't saying it's true. We got to go around the sports world. Everybody else got their own podcasts or shows. Got to keep an ear out for information. But that's the rumor. I hope it's not JJ because that's just weird. But Lakers got a lot to do. A lot to do. They got to blow up the whole team to me, personally.
Ooh, the whole team?
Whole team. Got to blow it up.
All right. So there's a couple things to unpack here for sure. Starters, you mentioned that, pretty much LeBron's influence on these organizations, especially in Cleveland. LeBron has got rid of 6 coaches. Well, I ain't gonna say he's got rid of, but more so 6 coaches has been fired under his watch in his career. A lot of them definitely in Cleveland. And if I can go off the top of my head, you have Paul Silas, you have
Yep.
Mike Brown, you have
Mhm.
David Blatt, you have in LA, you have Luke Walton,
Yep.
you have Frank Vogel, who did deliver a championship for you, by the way, and now Darvin Ham. And like you mentioned, back in Cleveland, he had more power and influence in that organization than LA, because as you know, LA privately owned Jeannie Buss, the Buss family. They at the end of the day, they gonna have to say so no matter what. But I feel like this is one of those to where it seems like in general, no head coaching job is safe, because it seems like the coach is always the scapegoat. It's always the coach's fault that these players can't get it done. At the end of the day, the players have to play. You have LeBron James, who is an all-time great. You have Anthony Davis, who, when healthy, is a top 10 player in this league. Like this is the healthiest I've seen AD been probably in his career.
Since his rookie year.
Yes.
Oh, bro.
And he came to play. He actually came to play in the playoffs. He did.
He definitely was hooping for sure.
Like, you can't knock AD at all. Like last year, it was up and down like a roller coaster in the heartbeat, EGK. But this year, he's been consistent. But it's like,
and he played over 70 games. That's a plus.
yeah, like basically, like you said, since the rookie year, we ain't seen that. And I forgot that he played a lot of games then. But nevertheless, players have to play when it all said and done. But also, if you don't like the construction of your team because there's lack of shooting and just lack of playmakers, then the attention should be more so on Rob Pelinka, the GM. Like, yeah, Pelinka brought, put that team together back in 2020 in the bubble. I mean, asterisks or no asterisks, they got it done. And that was probably the best roster they had in the LeBron era on the Lakers. But ever since then, when you pretty much got rid of
your whole defense.
Yeah, Kadavius Caldwell-Pope, Alex Caruso, even Kyle Kuzma, you shipped them off to Westbrook. I mean, that was pretty much, the detriment to the team. You didn't bring back Rondo, you didn't bring back Dwight Howard. And now, the Lakers team been, underachieving the whole time. So I feel like, Darvin Ham, maybe to a certain degree, didn't do everything he was supposed to, but at the same time, I feel like that's just the easy scapegoat to blame somebody type deal. That's what it feels like. And like you said, we everybody kind of saw it coming, right or wrong. You saw it coming.
No.
So as far as the roster itself, I don't know. I mean, it's an interesting summer because the main guy's a free agent if he wants to be. You still got AD on the contract. I'm sure Laker Nation probably want, D'Angelo Russell out of there.
Man.
There's rumors that LeBron wanted a third star and they never pulled the trigger on one. I don't know. Maybe not. But it's
I could believe that, though.
Yeah. Yeah, just based on history and patterns. Yeah, I can see that, too. So like with them, they definitely need more shooting. Like if we're being honest, like LeBron's teams that had the most success had a lot of 3-point shooting. They really did. And
the best 3-point team he ever had was in Miami. They shooters on shooters.
Mike Miller, Ray Allen,
James Jones,
Mario Chalmers when he was actually
Shane Battier,
3-and-D guy. My God. So they definitely need to address that part. I don't know. It is going to be an interesting offseason. And then, with Bronny James entering the draft and they, quote unquote, entertaining the idea of drafting them. I don't know. I just know it's always going to be some news with Lakers land on that one.
No, for sure. They literally like Blockbuster. They always in the papers, always in the headlines.
Man,
they need to hurry up, get them up out the way, because the real headline is coming up. The real headline is coming up.
Man, so all right, let's real quick. We're gonna get to these first round thoughts. I know we was talked about it last week, but now at this point, 7 out of the 8 series are closed out. Got a game 7. I think that's tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
But just going down the list. Let's start with last night. We kind of mentioned before we came on. Dallas took care of the Clippers.
Man, told they has go to the retirement home.
Oh, like, and we talked about it. Like when Kyrie wants to play, like there's not too many people stopping that man, if at all.
Can't do nothing with him
at all. And then when you couple that with Luka, like that's a dangerous team. And I would say it's amazing how, what it was last year when they first made the deal to where they are now. Like that, the growth, the chemistry, the excitement, the camaraderie. That's a fun and dangerous team to watch. So, they, like I said, they won 4 games to 2. Take care of the Clippers. As far as the Clippers, they have a lot of question marks coming up this off season. I mean, he said, blow it up.
Blow it up.
So I'm with that. At the same time, the only hesitation with that is like they literally just got this new state-of-the-art arena, moving to Inglewood, new uniforms, new brand, all this other stuff. So it's like you need star power.
Yeah, but they're gonna lose Paul. They're gonna lose Russ. They might get rid of Kawhi, but his contract, they not getting rid of him.
Mm-mm.
So I mean, but who wants to keep seeing Kawhi when he ain't been playing?
That's the problem.
That's why I'm like, blow it up. Like, hey, you're not gonna pay Paul George because he was really the heart of the team on the low. Russ only had a year. And then, you got all them plug and play pieces. So, I mean, unless they get us together and with Kawhi, everybody got to go.
Whew. You're not wrong in that regard. Something has to be done. I feel like of course, on paper, a lot of times on paper, the team is excellent, but when they actually go out there and actually play the game, it's a different ball game. And their issue more times than not is just more so availability. We haven't really ever seen them at their full peak potential when it matters most. And that's been the problem.
Yeah, they'll tell anybody what's the best availability. What's the best type of player? Availability, man. Availability, and we seen it with Joel. Even though he was an injured person, he said he was going to play. We need more people like that in the league. Okay, I'm just saying.
Man, speaking of which, we can pivot over to man. That was a heck of a series between the Knicks and the Sixers.
No, for real.
And I was hoping for a game 7.
I just want people to put some respect on Jalen Brunson. Okay? He carried the New York Knicks to the playoffs, okay? And he should have been in the MVP top and the MVP finalist for this year. Shout out to my boy.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. They're a fun team to watch. Them Villanova boys, that Villanova trio, fun team to watch. It fits the makeup of what the Knicks basketball brand is. Gritty, hardworking, like fight for every possession. Like it's like if Brunson isn't on, they're like, okay, we're gonna beat you with effort out there. We're gonna out hustle you, we're gonna outplay you, we're gonna outwork you type deal. And they took advantage of a very, very unhealthy Joel Embiid, who still was like doing his thing.
Put no numbers.
And I have nothing short of respect for Joel Embiid for what he tried to do out there to even keep them in that series. So, I mean, hats off to him. And I hope he comes back and gets healthy for real.
For sure. Oh, and also in other news,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna just say rumor because I don't know if how 100% this is. So another NBA rumor is that the Minnesota Timberwolves, Memphis Grizzlies, and the New Orleans Pelicans are coming to the Eastern Conference.
Now, is that like with like in couple with like the expansion of the league?
Yes.
Okay, so because I know they're targeting Seattle again and Las Vegas.
Yep.
So that wouldn't.
They're gonna take the 2 spots for the West, and those 3 teams, since they already closer to the East Coast,
Right.
they're gonna come to the Eastern Conference, especially Minnesota and Memphis. The other team that's on the borderline is New Orleans.
But yeah.
Memphis and Minnesota is a guarantee coming to the Eastern Conference once they expand the NBA.
Whew. It's about to be fireworks with that.
It's gonna be fun.
That's gonna put a couple of these quote unquote Eastern staple powerhouse teams on notice if that happens. It is. Speaking of which, the Boston Celtics. Like I know they took care of business days ago, but the concern is Kristaps Porzingis.
Yeah.
Like that was a non-contact injury he sustained. And the Celtics without Kristaps Porzingis, they're pretty much coming back to the group a little bit. Like with Kristaps, I feel like, they feel more kind of that more unbeatable type deal because you got all these talent plus you have this unicorn that could do everything. And then when they're at their peak, it's like that's a very hard team to beat 4 out of 7 when they're all the way healthy and playing at their peak. But without Kristaps Porzingis, like they're still good, but they're not like, invincible good, if you get what I'm saying.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Al Horford got to step up. Even though he old, he gotta put back on his shoes, you know what I'm saying? He gotta get back on there. But I feel like I ain't gonna say starting 5, but their best lineup would be Al Horford, Kristaps, Tatum, Brown, and Holiday. Because who you gonna stop? Both of them are stretched. They both could shoot the 3. Especially Al from the top on the corner. He money. He is money.
Yeah, he is. He is. Like, the fact that you have depth like that, you have Al Horford on the team, you have what's the name, White, off the bench, who had that 30+ point game in game 4, I think. Yep. Just went crazy. I mean, you have these guys and you have a veteran roster that's been here plenty of times before, so you have that experience. So, like I was telling Brandon a couple of weeks ago, like if the Celtics don't win, that'd be the number 1 disappointment in the whole in the league. Like they're built to win now. They're like it's really championship or bust. Like you lose, like what's the excuse now? What else can you do?
We didn't gave you the players. We gave you a better point guard. We gave you your money.
Yep.
We gave you most of all the centerpieces still. They only lost Marcus Smart and what's his name with Williams. And I mean, Marcus Smart, he didn't put up many points, but he was a defensive presence. Like that man was.
Yeah, he was a problem, but that's why you added Jrue Holiday.
Exactly. So like they got the pieces that they lost, and they got better pieces for it. I mean, they don't win out if they don't come out the East or make it to the finals. It's what they gonna do? Fire the coach again?
I mean, that's the scapegoat, right? That's the easiest thing to do. Fire the coach. It ain't the player's fault. Fire the coach. Man. So with that being said, and going back to the previous thing we talked about, the Knicks, is there a path not only to the Eastern Conference Finals, but the actual NBA Finals for the New York Knicks? Because we assume that the Boston Celtics is going to take care of the winner between the Cavs and the Magic in the next round. And I know the Pacers is no pushover by any means, but I also feel like the Knicks can. I mean, that's a beatable. I mean, the chance of them winning isn't like slim or anything. They can beat the Pacers.
No, for sure.
But if, let's just say, for instance, if the Celtics and the Knicks play, and Kristaps is out for, if he's still dealing with that injury, could you see Madison Square Garden hosting an NBA Finals game this June?
That's a tough. If it go that way, it's going. I got 6-7 games if the Knicks and Boston meet up. One, because Jalen Brunson, he just got too much grit, man. He got that grit that you're gonna have to kill him to kick him out the playoffs. Like, you're gonna literally have to like kill this man to get his team out the playoffs. Like, he's more focused. He know his role. Everybody on the team know their role, and they hungry. They more hungry than Boston to me, because at least they fight. They putting up an effort. If Boston don't even put up an effort, they just like, yeah, it's whatever. And they get lazy. Boston get lazy on certain games. Like, what was that, game 2?
Yep.
Oh my God! Like, what was that, bro? Like, y'all let Miami shoot the lights out. Like, shoot the lights out.
23 threes.
Look, how they just won for game 6. That's how the series supposed to been. It's supposed to be just like that. From game 1 to game 4, they was supposed to clearly sweep them. But they like playing with their food. And if you let a team stay in there long enough, they're gonna win. They're gonna win. And the Knicks is not that type of team that you want to have hanging in the balance. At least by 3-4 points. You don't want them.
At all. At all. And good morning, Corey. But no, it's like Boston will have these episodes, and Brandon, I think he talked about it last week, to where, like he said, like they'll play with their food, like they won't take care of business like they should, and you cannot be in close games with the New York Knicks. That's the one of the teams you cannot do it with. They find ways to win those close games. They win a lot of those 50-50 plays within the game. Mm-hmm. So if a team that can do that on 50-50 plays, I'm pretty sure that same team, when it's close games, they're going to win those 50-50 outcomes and going to win the game.
No, for sure.
So yeah, that, I mean, I'm curious to see it. If the cards align and, all that stuff, if it's in the fold, we'll see. But really quick, I mean, I did mention there is a game 7 tomorrow. This is probably the one series that has really got no media attention whatsoever, but it's the only series that's gone 7, so it's gonna get all the attention tomorrow. I picked the Cavs in 6, but I also said initially, like, I would not be surprised if the Magic said, we have nothing to lose here, and there's no pressure on us whatsoever. All the pressure's on Cleveland in this series, especially tomorrow's game. And I can see a world to where Paolo Banchero and Wagner and them boys just say, screw it, we just gonna take it, send you home, and keep it moving. So what are your thoughts on this series, and what do you think who's gonna come out on top in game 7?
Man, when the series started, I had the Orlando Magic. I feel like they just got a young team they just want to be noticed. You know what I'm saying? They got a young team that's hungry, and they like, man, we want to put y'all on notice. We want to show y'all, like, hey, we get one more piece. To me personally, they need a center. If they get a center, Magic be.
I got the perfect person for you. Perfect. Hey, Dwight Howard, come on back home.
Hey, I'll let that happen, but I still need a young one. I'll let it happen just for a veteran presence. And I'll give Dwight 20 to 25 minutes a game. I ain't even gonna lie to you. They need help with rebounding. And they just need somebody that's gonna be right in the paint on defense. Matter of fact, the Bulls ain't do nothing with Drummond. Go get Drummond.
Man, that's been one of the bright spots for our team. I don't.
And they ain't gonna pay this man. You know the Bulls. The Bulls. I don't know what to say about Chicago sports. I don't know what it is with the Bulls, Sox, Blackhawks, and the Bears. They are the cheapest franchise in all the sports. Like we rather go pick a homeless person off the street than go pay somebody some money. Like it's insane. It's insane.
I would say, for the Blackhawks defense, I would say they did pay Taves and Kane when they were here. They did pay them for their sake. As far as the Bears, I mean, maybe things are starting to unfold in a better light, so I'll keep them aside. But the White Sox and the Bulls, that's the same comment. It comes down to one person, the person that owns both teams, and I don't even want to go there this morning.
Man.
The White Sox are one of two organizations left in Major League Baseball that has yet to pay $100 million contract to a player. So I don't even want to have my whole spiel on that.
My bad.
No, you good. No, what you about to say?
He on my hit list like the old lady from the Bears. They both on my hit list. I swear, like they just gotta go disappear somewhere. Like,
oh man. Oh yeah.
On the hit list. They gotta go. Like,
dude, once they don't have ownerships of the teams anymore, it will be a better day.
I ain't gonna lie, I might go get a champagne bottle for that day. As soon as they say they kicked the ball, it's gonna be a celebration. It's gonna be a celebration.
It is, man. But I guess back to what you're saying about Orlando, I would also say I heard rumors of this of their interest. They're saying they quote unquote have interest in Paul George, and I'm gonna say this: if that so happens to happen, if Paul George is inserted on that team, that extra scoring umph and defense, along with what they already have, I don't know. It might be a changing of the guard in the Eastern Conference sooner than later. That's all I'm gonna say. But
I like it. I ain't gonna lie. I like that. I like it. Paul George with a young, hungry team, and he could. I like it because he was definitely a mentor when he had that contract with OKC, and he literally blessed them kids. Like he gave them another dimension on that team, and I like it. If they get Paul George, they still need a big man just for the rebounds and defense.
yeah,
but the perimeter gonna be whew, perimeter gonna be nice.
I mean, they're already a very lengthy defensive team to begin with. Wagner is a huge guy. Jonathan Isaac is a huge guy that's long and lengthy.
Pablo long too.
Yeah, man, Pablo's a dog.
Man,
straight dog.
That man is a hooper.
Dude, he is. And I feel like they definitely made the right pick.
Yeah, I like how he picked his spots on the floor, especially when he's gonna pull up for mid-range. He's getting the game. He's getting to know the game. I give him another 2 years. He gonna be like, I ain't saying athletically,
his impact.
But when it comes down to being on that court, hey, he gonna be that man. He gonna be that man.
He is, man. That's definitely one of my favorite players to watch. I try to catch his highlights or something every chance I get because I love his game. I love his mentality. I love what he brings. Like from day one, he changed the impact of that culture real
No,
quick. So yeah, no, I don't blame you for having the Magic to win this series in the beginning at all. Cleveland side of the fence, look, Darius Garland, I love Darius Garland. He's from my hometown. I mean, that man can play. It ain't got nothing to do with him. It ain't got nothing to do with Mobley. It ain't got nothing to do with a lot of pieces, but one player in particular that I'm gonna be looking at, and I'm always be looking at, is Donovan Mitchell. Yeah, the man's dropped 50 points the other night in a loss, but dude, I feel like Donovan Mitchell, like he's had like plenty of playoff games to where he's putting up a lot of points, but it doesn't necessarily equate to wins. Like you've been brought in to Cleveland a couple years ago to be the piece to really put this team in a different category.
Yeah.
And it's not really been there at all. It hasn't panned out. So, like, are you really that guy? Like, I pretty much called him out last year. Like, are you really that guy? And he wasn't that guy last year. So, like, can you get it done? Can you beat the Magic team? Like, you're expected to beat this team. You're expected to go in there, beat them. Yes, in Cleveland. And keep it moving. That's your expectations. Second round, at least. Like, get to the second round. You cannot lose. They cannot lose this game. They can't do it.
What can you tell a one-trick pony? It's not like he out there getting at least 6-7 assists a game. You know what I'm saying? He's not helping in no other category. You know what I'm saying? He got the ball in his hand, I'm gonna say at least 65 to 70% of the time. You know what I'm saying? So you have another score. It's not like he could do it. It's not like he have to do it on his own. You got the Twin Towers in the post. You feel me?
Yep.
And they taller than the whole Magic, you know what I'm saying, big man. It's not like they, you know what I'm saying, can't do nothing. It's not like he out there doing it by himself. I feel like Donovan Mitchell has made it to where, like, he has to be the man. He has to be, you know what I'm saying, in the spotlight. And the more he does that, the more he put himself on the back burner, as in, like, you the weakest link. Like, you're making my team look sorry because you are, you know what I'm saying, you think you're the man and you're not that type of man. Oof. You're not that guy.
Oof. I mean, you're not wrong based on what we've seen so far.
Utah, when he had to close out a couple series, and even though they was number one team in the West, like at least 2-3 years, he didn't close out in like 2 series. They could have went to the Western Conference Finals, everything, but him being, you know what I'm saying, him being that ball hog, but couldn't deliver.
Yeah,
you gotta go.
I mean, just I don't have everything like in front of me as far as his timeline, but I remember the series that he had him and Jamal Murray going back and forth that one year with all those points. And then, like you mentioned, when the Utah Jazz was the number 1 seed, I think 2 years in a row, and then come out the West. I don't even remember. Did they even make it to a Western Conference Finals? Maybe one time, maybe none. I don't. Yeah. So it's like they didn't even meet expectations, and that whole like debacle between him and Rudy Gobert, and yet, you know, the media was definitely trying to paint like Rudy, he's trash, blah 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 blah, but yet Rudy is a very essential piece to what the Timberwolves are doing right now, and we're gonna talk about that next.
He still is trash when it comes to scoring. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, but one thing I will say though that may make a lot of people upset, but it's probably gonna be true. As trash he is on offense, man, that man's probably gonna end up in the Hall of Fame when it's all said and done, just based on what he's done on defense, and that's gonna piss people off.
No, for sure, I ain't mad at it though. No, I give him his props. You know, that man he's the taller version. Well, he was the taller version of the little balloon thing. that you see at all dealerships that just he was the spokesperson for that. Now we got Wimbiana as a spokesperson for the balloon thing.
That's facts, dog. Oh man. But yeah, like you got to get it done, Donovan. Like look, like when you came in, you came in like a flash in the pan. People was comparing you to like this generation's D-Wade because your game was based on that. You actually got a little jump shot here. You can do all those things, but it seemed like this man like plateaued, like early. So all said and done, Cavs better win this series. Otherwise, it's something like I don't know what your future is going to be like if you don't win this game. I like I said, I picked the Cavs in 6, so I guess I'll stick to my guns with that. But my heart says Magic gonna win this game.
I got Magic too, man. They want it. I feel like they want it more. Like
absolutely, you can tell, you can see the hunger on that one. This series here, game 1 is tonight. The Nuggets and the Timberwolves. And I've been on record saying the winner of this series is going to the NBA Finals.
We'll win the championship for sure. Definitely is winning the championship for sure.
So go ahead. What's your thoughts on this series here? Let me know who's winning and how many games. Go ahead.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. It's tough. It's gonna be a tough ride. I got 7 games. I got 7 games for this series.
All right.
And I'm teeter-tottering on what, like, who I want. But I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be a real person with this. If it goes 7 games, it's gonna go with experience and will. And if it's going against will, I got the Timberwolves. But if it's gonna go experience, I'm got the Nuggets. But the thing about that is, if the Nuggets trail how they was with the Lakers against the Timberwolves,
yeah,
and scoring 40 like that, and I could at least give Towns at least 20. If Towns give me 20 and 10, I got Minnesota winning. But if my boy Jamal and Joker could do it, but the key pieces that's gonna have to be for Denver will be Michael Porter Jr. and Gordon. I ain't gonna say Caldwell Pope. He just needs to be on defense. Like, he didn't really got to score for real. Caldwell Pope will give me 12 a game, or at least 10 a game, and I'll be happy. The main 4 pieces is Joker, Murray, Porter, and Gordon. If they don't rock and roll, Timberwolves winning in 7.
All right. So, man, I've definitely had some time to dissect this one here. It's a lot of different like factors to this series. Like you said, experience definitely plays a big factor and the strength for the Nuggets. I'm also on record saying that Anthony Edwards got the biggest bite, as in he's the biggest dog with the biggest bite in the whole playoffs. Like, without a doubt. And so
every day,
there's a lot of X factors or key matchups that I'm looking at. Karl Anthony Towns. Who's going to guard him? I just want to see what the defensive matchups are on this. Because you got Gobert down low. So is the Joker going to stick Gobert? Probably more than likely. Or is he going to be out there on Towns? He out there on Towns, then, I'm playing pick and roll and I'm throwing a lob to Gobert every time. If I'm the Timberwolves in general, I am playing pick and roll basketball and isolating Jokic at all times. But also the 2 other factors to me on each team that I'm keeping an eye on for the Nuggets, Michael Porter Jr., because that man his game has elevated. He already came in as a known shooter. That was like when he first got in the league, his only issue was that back. And I was so mad that the Bulls passed on him for Wendell Carter Jr. Because as we see, Michael Porter is beyond that point and doing his thing. But what's really made his game so much better this year that I'm noticing is the defensive part. This man is rim protecting. This man is getting rebounds. This man is playing effort on both ends, and his sniping ability has been more efficient. So that's that side. The other side of it is for the Timberwolves that I've noticed. This man is an unsung hero, Jaden McDaniels. 6'9". This man can shoot the three. This man can get a bucket inside. This man is just as good a defender as Anthony Edwards is on the perimeter. Like he is very, very underrated, does not get enough attention, but that man right there can make all the difference in the world in this series. Because we know Ant gonna get his. Like when Ant got his 40 the other night, it wasn't like a Donovan Mitchell type 40 or 50. Bro. Donovan Mitchell shot like 36, 37 shots. And it's loud. Like Anthony Edwards, like his team is getting involved and he's picking his spots. It's not forced. It's just like, all right, we're gonna do this, do that. Like, here's my lane. All right, I'm gonna take it. Like, he's not forced, it's within the flow of the game. And that's what makes it more scary. He's not forcing it. And so, with all that being said, it's hard for me to go against the dog with the biggest bite. It is hard.
So you saying what I'm saying? Minnesota.
I got Minnesota in 7. Because the other thing that I just thought of, like the Nuggets are a little banged up from last series. Like Murray's still a little. He wasn't, even though Murray got it done, and that was like.
But I ain't worried about the matchup with Murray because I love Michael Con. Like I love him. I love him since he came into the league. I feel like he didn't get. I feel like the only team that really was fucking with him was Memphis, and that was when he was with Z-Bo and Tony Allen. Oh my God, I'm old, but that team was a dog.
Man,
that was
gritty Grizzlies.
Man, that was when Marc Gasol.
What they call it? The Grindhouse. That's what it was called.
Hey,
the Grindhouse.
He was going crazy. But I still mess with that man. Like,
yeah,
that man, he's going to give Jamal Murray some type of fits on the perimeter.
Yep.
But I feel like Jamal Murray can beat him. You know what I'm saying? Like we just discussed, man. The key matchups is who's going to stick Karl Anthony Towns. And if I was a smart man and if I was a gambling man, I'm putting Eric Gordon or Michael Porter on him.
And that's where things get interesting. Because it's like Aaron Gordon is their best perimeter / utility defender that can guard, the perimeter, but also can guard a little of the post too. He's their overall best defender. So if you put him on Towns, who you putting on Ant? And you say Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, last time I checked, that man could barely go limp down the court. He could barely do that.
See, if I do that, I'll put Michael on Ant just for length purposes. Got to. I feel like it's the only way. It's the only way.
So then what's gonna happen is either he gonna beat him off the dribble or you're gonna get that pick and roll action with one of those two bigs, and it's about to be crazy.
I'd rather see him off that pick and roll because if Ant beat Michael off the dribble, it's gonna be a kick out. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be one of them kick outs because as he driving, Karl can go sit in the corner.
You can go, yep. Or Gobert be in a dunker spot, so like pick your poison. Or McDaniels might be in the corner somewhere too. So it's like,
but the thing about the Nuggets is they play a lot of zone too. So if they gonna do that kick out, them wing people got to be ready. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'll take my chances with Rudy Gobert in the paint. I'll take my chances because he can't shoot free throws. So I'll definitely take my chances.
I don't know. He was hitting them though last series. He was hitting them free throws. I was shocked. He was hitting.
Because I'm like, oh yeah, he gonna miss one.
And that ugly form, he swat. I'm like,
it's
what?
Like,
I ain't mad at it.
Hey, looking at him is like how we used to look at Joe Kim, like, how this nigga shooting the shot, bro? Like, what is, like, how is Like, how is he get this ball out his hand? Like, what do you mean? And I love Joe Noah, but he would just throw it up this. I'm like, hey, it's hidden. I can't even be mad. It's smacking.
Yeah,
It's smacking.
facts, bro. If it works, it works.
But it's gonna be, man. This is gonna be the best series in the playoffs. For sure.
Heck yeah. And like Tiana was mentioning, I think last week, I just hate that this series isn't the Western Conference Finals. It's the second round. That's the only thing I can't stand about this one.
Nah, for sure. Cause look, I ain't gonna lie. I can't lie. But Dallas and OKC gonna be a good matchup too. I can't shy from the fact that's gonna be a great matchup because it's gonna be Shea and Kyrie. Like, man, if Shea could get his hand speed faster, hey, it's gonna be stupid. Like, and then you got Lucas, Shea, Kyrie. Man, what's that?
Chet Holmgren.
Chet, and then I ain't gonna say Livingston. I know it started with an L. The little slight big man that played for Dallas. That man been putting in work. Okay.
Oh, Lively, I think
he's been putting in work.
Yeah,
work.
He's been doing his thing, but like on the OKC side, like got Josh Giddey, who I like. I love his game. Not everything he does off the court, but in the game, like he's like I love his game on the court. You got Lou Dort. I mean, he a sniper. You got Jalen Williams. Like they got young dogs on that team, and I feel like this is a perfect opportunity for them to really show the world because people gonna tune into this series because Luka and Kyrie alone. But this is the chance for Shea to really like put himself into that category if they go in and knock this team out, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people expect Dallas to probably take care of them just based on who Dallas is and not more so on what OKC can do.
I got them going 7-2. Unless OKC do get them in the sweep, but I got them going 7. Luka and Kyrie ain't going like that, bro. I can see them going 7-2. I mean, hey, they literally an even matchup. The only difference is the two ball handlers in Kyrie and Luka. But if you look down the rest of the roster, OKC got the limp, so it's gonna be trouble coming in the post. It's gonna be that perimeter that's gonna take the story.
I feel like if Chet Holmgren, I feel like he's the one that has a mismatch. Like every time down the court, I know, like you mentioned, Lively's been doing his thing, but I don't. But him, like Holmgren's on a whole nother level of what he can do. So if Chet can go out there and be who we think he is and have the biggest impact of the series outside the other 3 stars, then OKC can probably get this done.
Yeah.
And so this is where youth versus experience come into play.
It's the same on the other end. You versus. That's what I'm like. Hey, man. Like, I don't know. Hey, the Western Conference busting.
It is, and it's like this feels like the changing of the guard. Like
it
for
is.
real.
It
like
is.
Is Shea and Ant going to take it from like Jokic and Kyrie?
Hey,
like are they going to just take it and just run to both of them, just match up in the Western Conference Finals? Like we here. That's what can happen.
Hey, if it happens, oh man, they will be what, the first 2 teams that ever will reach the finals. They have never been. Well, OKC went, but Minnesota ain't never went.
Never.
Oh, this gonna be dope. This gonna be dope.
And I feel like from a long-term standpoint, I feel like that's what the NBA needs is OKC versus Minnesota, so they can bring the younger stars into the forefront and push them going forward. I think that's what the NBA needs.
Yeah, because in the East they need. I feel like it should be Boston and who was that?
New York or Indiana?
I'm gonna take New York. I'd rather see New York in the Eastern Conference Finals. They ain't been in the Eastern Conference Finals since like I think '94.
Nah, 99 when they went to the finals.
Oh yeah. When Jordan was out, y'all 90. Yeah. So yeah, for publicity and money, like how the NFL do, they better. I hope y'all hear me. All right, if y'all want the money, you just heard it here first on the early morning sports talk show. Okay, that's what we want to see, guys. Okay, I know y'all hear us. I don't care what's going on.
Oh man, but yeah, it's so many different mix and match combinations to where the NBA, I feel like the NBA wins almost no matter what, but it would really win, especially if the Timberwolves can get past the Nuggets. It would really win. Yeah, the NBA would win.
It's must see TV, man. Must see TV. Hey, it's sports is on the up and up to me. Like, except football. Except for football, I don't know what's going on. We went from I'm gonna say that for all sports. We went from talking shit and saying I hate you, we hate these teams to everybody got to be buddy. I don't understand. I actually miss people who don't like each other.
Facts, man.
Because it gives you that notice and that feeling like we don't fuck with you, boy. Like it's just like, man, like that's what it is. Like when people get to talk about that team, like we don't fuck with you, man. Like shut up. Like your team trash. Like I miss that type of like just playing, like just playing overall. Like
no, I'm with it. Like growing up, that's how it was. Like, you know, we don't like they can't stand each other. That's the competitiveness that it was. Like, you know, when they was actually physically fighting. Like I was like, okay, cool. Like there's actually some, you know, some brotherhood there or something, you know.
Some real stories. Like I just seen the story that it keep popping up. When Kobe was on that last Olympic team, and LeBron, Wade, and Melo was like, he came in the huddle and was like, I'm finna run right through fucking Paul's chest.
Oh yes.
Hey, I need that type of NBA back. Like, hey,
man,
that's my homie. That's my dog. But he not on our team. So at this moment, it's fuck that boy. Like, hey, you don't care. I don't fuck with him at this moment. We'll be cool after this game is over.
Yes. But for these next 40, 48 minutes, whatever it is, like we at war.
We at war. Oh, bro. It's up there. I need that type of playing back. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that goes for all sports. I need baseball to be back fighting. I need more batters going to the mound, knocking niggas out. I need all that. I need hockey more fights. I really feel like they need a time limit on the fight. Give me a good solid 2 minutes. Let them go crazy, or a 3 minute bout. You feel me? Like I'll take it. Like as they state and put it in them small bold letters, like how the commercials be. It's for entertainment purposes, right?
Right.
Entertain us. What you talking about? Like, yeah, they trying to be all safe and precaution and this, that, and the third. Man, listen. As an athlete, you know what you signed up for. You know the danger. And you know what comes with it. The injuries, the downtime, yo. You know what I'm saying? As you get this type of injury. Everybody knows that. Right. You can't stop that, bro. I don't care how hard you try. It's not going to happen. You can't stop it. So this goes to all sports worldwide. Just bring the old game back. Like, let them baseball players take them drugs. Let them take them drugs. And let the NFL and NBA people smoke weed. It don't do nothing to nobody, okay? It don't harm. It ain't killing nobody. Y'all need to stop acting like one of them, like y'all are, with them tight ass drawers on. Y'all white people got shit, some stuck up y'all. Let them people be great. They making y'all money. I'm just.
man. But nah, I get the general premise where you're coming from, though. Like, I want that competitiveness. That's why I appreciate Ant-Man so much. That's why I appreciate Giannis' mentality when he's playing. It's like certain guys, they pretty much have that Mamba mentality to where, like, and just like you said in that documentary with that Redeem Team documentary, like, look, like, yeah, I'm gonna run through power, and it's like, and LeBron, Wade, and them like, huh? Like, you really gonna do that? Like, cause they so used to being buddy. We ain't gonna, like, no, it's war out here for these games. So, like, you could be cool with somebody, but pretty much like we saying, like, when it's time to play, like, we're at war.
Oh, bro, I don't even know you
at all. Like, I'm rocking with my team. We out here to win by any means necessary. So that's it. But man, all right. So for the record, I think you have the T-Wolves in 7.
I got T-Wolves in 7 for sure.
Right, you got T-Wolves in 7. Do you have the? I know you got the Knicks winning that series. Do you have them in how many games?
Knicks against Pacers. I got them in 6.
Knicks in 6. I'm gonna document this. And then Thunder and Mavericks.
I got Dallas. Dallas in 6. I wanted to go 7. If it goes 7, OKC. But if it goes 6, I got Dallas. I just feel like since they beat the Clippers, that momentum going into the series. Hey, they got Shea them got to be on they P's and Q's because Kyrie looks like what social media say? Ramadan Kyrie, hoodie Kyrie, what he was the old man, whatever.
Uncle Drew.
Yeah, Uncle Drew Kyrie, that man out there balling. Okay. they is in a world. Hey, he is on a different planet right now. And if he go off, I feel sorry for all OKC. Just letting them know this is a great experience for them. But that man Kyrie is he just looks scary. I ain't even gonna lie. That man looks scary. He had a dead body on the court last night. I know y'all seen the crossover. I know y'all seen it. My man was a dead body. Like, what do you mean?
Oh man. That's tough. Oof. But man, so all right, so you gave me 3 out of 4, and after tomorrow's game, just let me know who you got in that series. Probably Celtics in how many games? You just let me know on that.
Celtics better sweep them. I don't care what it is.
Right. Celtics in 4, no matter who it is. Celtics in 4. All right.
Yeah.
Man, so yeah, man, today was fun.
Oh, for sure.
We don't have Ian's basement today. We don't have Ian, so no basement. But yeah, final thoughts and shout outs, man. Anything on your mind on that one?
Shout out to the WNBA preseason games last night, man. I can't say shout out to the Sox. We won 1 series, and I don't know what happened after that. At least they trying. I can say they trying. But other than that, it's always shout out to everybody, you know what I'm saying, who always tuning in to the Early Morning Sports Talk Show, man. We love y'all. Grateful for the support. Y'all keep tuning in, chiming in. Spread the word. We always out every Saturday at 7. If y'all have any topics or any other things that you feel like we need to discuss, please hit us up in the group chat, comments, or whatever the case may be. And, we can put it on air or, we can talk about it. you know.
Man, no, appreciate that. I would say, shout out to first and foremost. Thank you for, joining us again. I know you're gonna be here for the playoffs, so appreciate you like always, bro.
Always.
I know Brandon or Ian couldn't join us today, but shout out to them too, because wouldn't even be here without them too. So definitely shout out to my bros on that one. Basketball itself right now is in a good spot, but like we said, we just want the competitiveness. We want in basketball what Drake and Kendrick is doing right now. That's what we want. That's all we asking for. Just go back and forth.
Well, Chris Brown and Quavo.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Man, Chris Brown. God. Yeah. Whew. Just don't end up on the Quavo side. That's all I'm gonna say. But nevertheless, enjoy this good basketball we're getting. For it's gonna be coming to an end.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, so then I guess to conclude, thank you all for being here with us for another edition of the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast. You all have a blessed and wonderful weekend and week. See you next Saturday.